In the world of nutrition, raw food often wears a halo. The phrase raw equals healthy is everywhere from smoothie bars to wellness blogs, and it's not hard to see why. Raw vegetables feel fresh, vibrant, and untouched, suggesting purity and maximum nutritional benefit. But as with most health trends, the truth is more nuanced. While raw foods do preserve certain sensitive vitamins, the idea that they are always superior ignores a critical biological reality. Some nutrients increase in potency and availability when heated, while others do diminish. Understanding which is which can help you get the most from your vegetables, without blindly worshipping the raw. Let's start with what cooking actually does. When you apply heat to vegetables, you're doing more than softening texture. You're breaking down the rigid plant cell walls made of cellulose and pectin. These walls act like tiny safes, locking away nutrients that your body can't fully access unless the structure is weakened. Raw vegetables may contain impressive nutrients on paper, but if your digestive system can't reach them, they're largely wasted. Cooking is your biological key. Take carotenoids, for instance. These are fat-soluble antioxidants that include beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A, lutein, and lycopene. Found in orange and red vegetables like carrots, sweet potatoes, and tomatoes, carotenoids play a major role in eye health, immune function, and cellular protection. When these vegetables are eaten raw, much of their carotenoid content remains trapped in tough plant fibers. But with a bit of heat, and ideally a splash of healthy fat like olive oil, carotenoids become dramatically more bioavailable. For example, cooked carrots can deliver 2 to 6 times more usable beta-carotene than raw ones. Tomatoes, when simmered or roasted, release up to 3 times more lycopene, a compound linked to heart health and lower cancer risk. Spinach and other leafy greens tell a similar story. While they're rich in folate and vitamin C, they also contain oxalates, compounds that bind to minerals like calcium and iron, reducing their absorption. Cooking spinach reduces its oxalate content and allows the iron to become more accessible, especially important for people with anemia or low iron stores. And since spinach wilts significantly when heated, you can consume much more of it cooked than raw, giving you a denser nutritional package per bite. But yes, some losses do occur. Vitamin C, for example, is highly sensitive to heat and water. Boiling broccoli or peppers for extended periods can reduce their vitamin C content by 30 to 50%, depending on the cooking method. The same goes for some B vitamins, like folate and thiamine, which are both water-soluble and moderately heat-sensitive. These losses are most dramatic when vegetables are boiled and the water is discarded. However, when steamed, lightly sautéed, or cooked in soups where the water is retained, much of the nutritional integrity remains intact. And it's worth noting, even raw vitamin C degrades quickly in storage, especially when exposed to light or air, so the raw advantage is often less than imagined. There's also the issue of digestibility. Raw vegetables are harder to chew and digest, especially for people with IBS, gastritis, or compromised gut health. Cooking breaks down fiber and makes vegetables more gentle on the digestive tract, reducing bloating, gas, and cramping. For many, this makes the difference between eating vegetables daily or avoiding them altogether. In that sense, cooked vegetables aren't just easier on the stomach, they can make a long-term healthy diet more sustainable. It's also important to remember that not all raw vegetables are automatically healthy just because they're uncooked. Raw mushrooms, for example, can contain small amounts of hydrazine compounds, which are potentially toxic and degraded by heat. Raw cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower contain goitrogens, which in large amounts may interfere with thyroid function in sensitive individuals. Cooking mitigates many of these issues, neutralizing potentially harmful compounds while still preserving or even enhancing core nutrients. In truth, raw and cooked vegetables each bring something to the table. Raw foods preserve vitamin C and enzymes, although most enzymes are broken down by your stomach anyway, while cooked foods deliver better access to minerals, carotenoids, and certain antioxidants. The healthiest approach isn't to side with one over the other, but to combine them intelligently. A salad of raw greens paired with steamed broccoli, roasted carrots, and a tomato-based dressing gives you the best of both worlds, fresh and vibrant plus warm and bioavailable. So the next time someone tells you raw is always healthier, know that it's not about one side winning. It's about balance and biology. Your digestive system, your nutrient needs, and your overall gut health all play a role. And in that context, cooking isn't destruction, it's transformation. Sometimes a little heat is exactly what your vegetables need to work harder for your health.